Hello and welcome back. We never did get to see this 8F and the Brick Wagons run last week. We sort of got bogged down in getting that tank locomotive running. So let's have a quick once around with this and we'll have a glance at the wagons. We'll try and keep this video a little shorter than last time. So I think that looks quite splendid with those. There's a couple of slightly different brick wagons there. I think one of them's got a brown base. I think maybe we've got one with plastic wheels and some with metal wheels. I can't remember now. We'll have a look at them in a moment. Let's just let that run around. So it's been one of the busier weeks work-wise for me this year. So I haven't got a great deal done. But I did get the yellow PLA to print those canopies. It sort of doesn't look quite like the yellow it did on the picture on the internet when I ordered the PLA. PLA is also not terribly good quality. Let's just bring that to a gentle stop there. So if you have a look at the insert picture, you'll see that the PLA it's very, very brittle and keeps breaking while you're trying to handle it and feed it into the printer. And during the printing, it's breaking, it's just fracturing. So I believe it's of inferior quality. So I should have known better. Really, it was too cheap in the end. So we'll get some better PLA. Hopefully, choose a different colour. But when you're choosing these things on the internet, the colours don't always look the same as you think. So I think we saw the canopies I printed last week. There's one which is a very similar one to the original. Let's see if we can hold it at a point where we can get focus. The original triangle one, I can't print detail as tiny and as detailed as the triangle moulded plastic, but arm's length, I think that's a nice copy. I did then make a smaller version put it up at an angle. So I'll grab the building in a second. So that was a grey test version. This grey PLA prints an awful lot better than that nasty yellow stuff, which has got, I believe it's damp. Anyway, enough said on that subject. And there is, I've decided to go to print the large one as well. Have we got in focus there? So we got that as well. So that enables me to position those buildings right in the centre of the platform. Are we going to grab focus? There we go. Right in the centre of the platform, and without overhanging or interfering with the passing trains and rolling stock. So that's an original triangle one behind it, the one I've got that's painted grey. So it's about half the depth. So I believe that works quite well. If we have a swift look over here, we can see how they're positioned. And I've been running stuff through there, and that looks that works quite well, and it really, I think, looks the part. So let's just grab this and have a quick glance over that. So there, we've got it like that. So I'm going to pop that back down again. Let's pop that on there. So I have a potential plan for another canopy as well, to stand on here. So I think that could be an interesting project, but that's going to take time. We'll save that for the winter. Also, I'm going to get something sorted out here. Definitely get some signals in there. As I say, this is all sort of things adding to the list, along with lights under here. And I've still got points to sort out over here. So I'll still electrify these. Track needs sorting out through there. So still tons to do, but it's going to be busy for the next few weeks, and so I don't think we'll get involved in anything too complex at the moment. So this motor, sorry, not this motor, but the motor that originally came in this tank loco. So let's grab over here. So from last week's video, that was the rather bruised project locomotive that I bought from Elaine's Trains. Quite pleased with that. The motor in it didn't run. It ended up having a bent frame, and I thought the armature sort of looked all right, although it had resistance readings which are a little higher than normal, but I'm never sure with the resistance readings, but they were similar-ish. Anyway, I took the armature out and put it in a different frame. I had a really dead armature. If you look at the insert pictures there, you can see I sort of dismantled one and put it into here. So if you look at that armature there, I don't know, I'll use that insert picture I used last week where you can see where the windings have all been tied together and soldered. I don't know whether I can get that one, whether I can find that one there. But again, I don't think I can get the camera close enough to hold focus on that. So I wasn't sure whether that's an original winding or whether somebody's been playing with it or somebody's rewound it. But it runs. And if you look at the insert picture there, the current draw on it is not too bad. It's relatively quiet. Now it's in its new frame. I'm just looking for the other controls. Let's grab these. Let's put that on there. So I just spent an evening having a fiddle with this. So let's give a little power on there. And then back we come with it. And the other way. Whoops. I'm slipping with the camera there. And once more. So relatively controllable. So I have to admit that's the first time I've dismantled a motor and changed the armature in a frame. I've normally just gone for swapping around the motor in its entirety. So let's see if I can get this on here one-handed. So it does change the sound when you put the top back on. I'm not sure. There we go. I've got that. I'm not going to be able to get the screw back in there. I think we're drifting out of focus. I'm going too close again. So it does change its sound, but it sounds very much like a diesel shunter once the top's on. So that sounds very similar to the other diesel shunters. So I was quite happy with that. Let's roll that backwards. There we go. So we have another motor, and don't particularly want to keep using that diesel shunter. Let's bring these controls over here. Just pop those down. Must put some more of those little black Velcro tabs around. Let's just grab some of these brick wagons. Well, all of these brick wagons. And we'll grab one more. There we go. So let's have a swift look over those. Yeah, so that one's got a brown underframe and metal wheels. And that one's got plastic wheels, black underframe. I know that's black underframe, metal wheels, and I think that one's the same. They're all sort of varying conditions, all sort of quite wobbly. Again, one of these, I don't know which one it is. Let's see. Not that one. Perhaps that one. Yeah, I think it was that one. Had bent wheel hangers, and again I dismantled that one and took them out and flattened them, and I've sort of reassembled that, so I'm quite pleased with that. So I think rather than let this go on and on and on, we'll just get this 8F to run off again, and we'll probably call that a day with this video, and we'll try and have something a little more exciting to play with next week. So let's just give that a little power. And we'll just run this around here. But thanks again for watching. Goodbye now.